How close was Chloe to being killed off, and how close was Jack to actually being killed off? I mean, obviously he's been killed off before, but how close are the possibilities for the end of season 8?
I don't know. I mean, I take offense at the idea of Chloe. Although I know that it certainly could have happened at any point, I really hope, and my instinct was that it wouldn't happen. And there have been some people on our show, I mean, especially Kiefer is very involved with the different versions of all the stories. But I pretty much just show up and do what they tell me to do and put my own spin on it and sort of, hope for the best. As far as being killed off, I didn't really wake up thinking about that. The one thing I was worried about was when I took over CTU, because that role, I mean, I love the director of CTU, but sometimes that role can become a lot of exposition, and because of the nature of how focused they are in making all these like plot lines work, I was worried that it wouldn't be in their best, to worry about my character. So I just didn't want to become head of CTU and then have all these like expository things. You know what I mean? I wanted that transition to be believable, that this character suddenly has all this power, and that was exciting to see that play out.
Any more questions? Jumping the mauve.
What was your favourite season? And why?
It's all been a really great experience for me and very different. I think the first season I did was really exciting because I didn't really understand what I was doing. Very early on, it's not that funny. Very early on, I remember kind of sticking out, and there were a couple scenes where I started talking like this, and Joel Cernal came in and said, "You know what, you're odd, you do stick out, you're right, and we like it, keep doing what you're doing." And so there, along the way, I thought I was going to be fired early on just for, okay, I'm this weird, annoying character. And so it's been a really cool evolution to like, oh, people kind of like me because I'm helping Jack. And then all the way to the end where I was able to become, this like emotional point. Like I was like, it's like I'm saying goodbye to the show, while I'm in the show. So that was a really surprising, and the whole way through it's just been a really cool experience.
Questions? Right at the back there with the camcorder.
Out of all the scenes...
What are you doing with that camcorder? How are you doing that? What do you think you're going to do with that?
I'll tell you later.
I'll be making a collage. And it involves unicorns.
Out of all the scenes that you filmed on 24, which was your favourite?
A lot of people tell me their favorite is when I shot that bad guy. That was in like season 4.
Oh.
That was up there with one of my favorites. I mean, whenever I get to act out, I really like it. But I also like it when I'm emotional too, because that was a. What's that? Yeah, like through the glass. That was a good one. Watching his body fall. It's terrible. It's not funny, guys.
You got a question?
Yeah, can I just ask, do you see any role for Chloe in the movie?
I see a huge role. Do you?
I think kind of a 24 movie without Chloe in it.
I mean, I have not heard anything. Please pass that on to anyone who knows. People ask me thinking that I know something, and I don't.
Well, Kiefer has said that the movie is going to happen. I believe there is a script. There's certainly sort of developed to a certain degree, and that he would like to shoot it in London.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, I've heard more than what you just but you'd love to do. I mean, I think, and I don't know whether this goes for everyone here, but the franchise of 24 now is Jack and Chloe, and to have.
If I have the time, I'll do it. I'm pretty busy right now. So.
Any more questions? Okay, up the back there. That's you.
Um,
Would be no good at time.
Would you have liked your character to have turned out to have been a double agent or a baddie in some way?
No. I mean, it's
That would have been a huge
it
shock.
would be fun, but just what Chloe became was such a surprise to me that I couldn't imagine her as anything but just good as gold.
You'd have had to be pretty deep undercover as
Yeah.
well to have got
Well, yeah.
you finally reveal.
Not necessarily a double agent, but I could have turned, at some point. I think it would be fun to watch, like, when I became head of CTU, to watch the pressure get to me and watch me, like, order people around and kind of melt down. That would have been really fun, and maybe make some wrong decisions, but I don't think it would have ever been in Malice.
You must be incredibly proud of the legacy that the show will leave. And I don't just mean on DVD box sets and so forth, but actually raised the bar for TV drama the world over, because, it really did change TV drama, and now a lot of shows, have you seen shows like Spooks, which is kind of like the poor man's 24? As I say, raised the bar. Would you agree?
Yes. I mean, I'm proud to have been a part of it. I don't really think, I brought my thing to it, and they allowed me to be on it. But, I had nothing to do with that. But sure, I'll be proud of it.
I also think that flicking through the TV schedules now, there is, this huge gap where 24 used to be, and I think we're all kind of, it's around about this time of year that the new season trailer would come out, and you'd sit there and you'd watch it again and again and again. You would, I would.
Yeah, I
literally
mean,
sit there.
I went to a movie, I won't say what movie it was, but it was an action thriller, and I remember sitting down, and I was like, there's one plot line? your kids are in trouble? Or like, come on, like, let's, 'cause there's so much that happens in 24, and there's so much packed in there, and if, you ever went up to the room, the writer's room, these guys are just like, the weight of the world on them, because it's just like so many plot lines are burned through, and so many characters are killed off, to make it that exciting, and that much stuff going on at once, so.
But the event, flash forward, they've tried to copy the 24 formula of a great addictive television, and they've
Right.
all, in my own opinion, they kind of haven't succeeded where 24
Well,
did.
it's a magical combination.
Any more questions? You sir in the middle.
If you could have been cast as any other character, which would it be and why?
I don't know, somebody really hot, or I don't know, I mean, depends on what mood I'm in. I think it'd be fun to play a really evil person too. Why? What character would you like to be?
Probably Bill Buchanan.